Guys, I'm back and it's dyno day. No, the truck is not complete yet. I actually just bought a handful of go fast parts. Do you see right there? I got the Edelbrock top end kit, hydraulic roller cam conversion for my 81 C10. But before I did that, I wanted to get it on the dyno and see what it would make in baseline form. So what's baseline for this truck? As far as I know, it's a 1973 Mark IV 454 big block Chevy. It has a set of hooker long tube headers, and it has an Edelbrock RPM air gap intake. Pretty basic stuff. As far as I know, stock pistons, stock crank, it's still a 454. Stock compression, as far as I know. The only changes, as you've seen earlier in this channel, is the Holley Super Sniper and the Holley Hyperspark. So took it to the dyno, and let's see what it makes. Okay, I was blown away. I had no idea it was going to make that much power. I had assumed that from reading up, looking on the forums, it was going to make somewhere in the ballpark of 260 wheel horsepower and maybe 330 foot-pounds of torque, and that may have been even on the high side. So we did 4 pretty much back-to-back pulls, all of which were within a few numbers of one another. Myself, the tuner, the folks at the shop, they were all pretty much blown away. So we checked the correction factor, we checked to make sure the speed sensor was right, we checked to make sure that it had the right smoothing and all those things. Everything was working right. We tapped on the rev limiter on the truck, and that matched with what it was showing on the dyno. We're in Salt Lake City, so you're gonna have lower ambient air pressure. The dyno is going to account for that. So you'll see 1.14 on the dyno. That's to account for the fact that we're at about 4,500 feet above sea level. But like I said, this thing made a lot more power and a lot more torque than I thought it was bone stock. I spoke to the tuner. He had a CTSV. He had another late model Mustang on the dyno recently within the last day or so. And he said they made just where he expects. He says this dyno doesn't read high. So I can't complain. I mean, it's reading really high. It's making good power. I'm really excited to see what it does with the new top end kit. All right, so here she is. So this is what you get when you order an Edelbrock part number 2079 top end kit. Now this is their hydraulic roller cam conversion. So it comes with slightly different valve springs in the heads. It comes with, they call it the Rollin' Thunder 2261 part number cam. I'll post the specs here in the video so you can see that. Should have a pretty good lope to it at idle. In my opinion, based on knowing LS stuff, the numbers seem pretty aggressive, but it's on a relatively wide LSA, which they say should make it drivable. So we'll see. But in addition to the heads, it comes with your cam, it comes with your hydraulic lifters, new push rods, new chiming chain and sprocket, and all the hardware and gaskets. Now, this kit also comes with a RPM air gap intake. Unfortunately, I already have an RPM air gap intake, so I'm gonna return this and hopefully recuperate some of the money I spent. I got some really good deals buying on Black Friday, and then Edelbrock had additional deals going on where they give you a free AVS2 Thunder Series carburetor. So I got a free carburetor out of it. I'm gonna sell that, and like any other project, I'm probably gonna make a video at the end here to show you what additional things you need in order to do this right. So the one downside of the Edelbrock kit is, unlike the other ones from this motor, which there are not a ton, TrickFlow makes one that comes with everything I need and nothing I didn't. But unfortunately, the price just went up. I was hoping to get some Black Friday savings, Cyber Monday. That never happened, so I went with the Edelbrock, and much more reasonable. The Edelbrock kit does not come with rocker arms, so I'm probably gonna pick up a set of Lunati 1.7-to-1 roller rockers for this. And then because it's gonna be a hydraulic roller cam conversion, and this was originally a flat tappet motor, I'll need to get a new front timing cover, or at least a cam button, so I can set the camshaft end play so I don't wipe a lobe. But that's about it for right now. So if you're like me, you're very surprised in what it makes. I can't wait to see what it makes once I throw the Go Fast parts on it. So stay tuned. I'll do another video when we're putting it all together, and then a final video once it's on the dyno. The overall end goal way down the line for this is to throw a turbocharger on it, but depending on what it makes, we might be close to the limit of what this motor can handle. So for right now, we're gonna throw the parts on it. I'm guessing, hoping that it makes somewhere in the 450 wheel horsepower range and mid 500 foot-pounds of torque, but we shall see. So stay tuned, check out the build, and can't wait to show you what it makes next time. Thanks for watching.